You keep the change, sir.
Thank you. There you go, bro.
Gracias.
Thank you. Have a good night, sir.
I don't want that.
You said you like.
You're really crazy. Johnny, pull over. Pull over.
Why?
Getting out.
Why are you gonna get out?
Are you crazy?
It's childlike.
Open the door.
You hold my Frosties.
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
No.
Girl, you just played yourself. My man didn't even buy you food from there. He simply bought you a Frosty. And you sitting there acting like you too good to eat a Frosty because it's from Wendy's? I've tasted $15 ice cream that was trash. Just because the Frosties are cheap doesn't mean them things don't be hitting. Them things good as hell. But honestly, Shorty did you a favor by showing her true colors. Because what you need in your life is someone who appreciates the simple things. And my man driving in a Rolls Royce, so it's not like he's foreign to splurging every once in a while. But the question is, can you enjoy spending time with me when we're not out here blowing the bag? Because it's easy to have fun when you're spending a lot of money, going to luxury restaurants and whatnot. But how much fun can we have, us, me and you, just kicking it, eating $2 ice cream? I say let the Sims have her. She ain't ready for a real one.
And a man is in a relationship for love. If
No.
he in a real, what is he in a relationship for?
You tell us that. That's a good question. What do you think men is in
Love.
Y'all say no.
What
Hell
else?
no.
What am I getting besides somebody saying they love me?
So you think men is,
What am I here for if all I'm getting is what you're saying you're giving me?
which is the love.
What am I getting? So what am I here for? You name it.
It gotta be love because there's nothing else that's coming
Thank
from it.
you.
I don't believe that though.
That's the f***ed up part about it.
I don't believe that.
That's the f***ed up part about what the f*** else am I getting?
That's a fact. But I don't believe that. But that is a fact.
That's the part about being delusional as a woman.
Yeah, you're right. Because you're not really getting nothing else. And if a man is really there, it's gotta be because he love you.
Thank you.
Because he don't gotta be there.
That's why I say men love unconditionally, women love conditionally.
That's a
the,
fact.
That's the truth. Like at the end of the day, I ain't getting else.
Damn. Do you feel like that's what it is for men in general?
But if a man dealing with a woman that he feel like, babe, you ain't gotta do nothing, I deal with you because I love you. Nothing else. What else? Why am I doing it? Why? You're just not lucky.
Right.
I love you.
Right. So it's come down to love them.
What else?
It's crazy that she's agreeing but refusing to accept it at the same time. That's hilarious. But I don't entirely agree. I think there's a lot of guys who get into relationships purely for the sex. And I know this because I was once one of those guys. Boy, let me tell you, there's been a couple girls who weren't the brightest, but boy, could they put it down. And I just couldn't let it go. Most men grow out of that phase, but some men never do. Here's my belief. In the beginning, women tend to look for love over safety and security. But once they get older and their hearts get broken a couple times, love tends to move to the background. Men usually look for lust in the beginning, but once they realize how fleeting lust can be, then they typically go and look for love. So women are more likely to get into a relationship for safety and security. Men are more likely to get into a relationship for love. But I will say some men need to get that lust out their system first. And some men never do. Some men will always look at women as nothing but sex objects or someone they can procreate with.
How much does a man have to make to date you?
How much does you have to what?
Make to date you.
How much you have to make? I mean, first of all, he gotta be rich as fuck like Elon Musk. Like
how much?
Like Elon Musk.
You think a guy who's rich like Elon Musk is going for you though?
Elon Musk would eat this pussy all night. You know, 80 years old or 8 years old, he wanna eat this pussy. It's like,
What makes you think he'd be interested in you?
What makes you think he'd be interested in me? I mean, first of all, I'm so sexy. You know, like, I'm very natural. Like, I ain't no, like, you know, hood bitch. Ain't no street bitch. Ain't no airplane bitch. Ain't no one-of-a-kind bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like that.
So what kind of girl are you then?
What kind of girl am I? Like, I'm super fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so adventurous. I'm just kidding. I'm really just a bad bitch. I don't give a fuck about nobody. Okay. I don't give a fuck.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", but I can be taller. You know, if I stretch this pussy tall enough. You know what I mean?
How tall you want you meant to be?
I want to be like 5'7", so I can like be kind of tall in heels. You know what I mean?
I feel like I just lost brain cells listening to that. You know, the sad part is she doesn't even realize that she's a dime a dozen. And she's pretty good looking, but for the men who make the type of money that she's talking about, they have women like her lined up around the corner. This girl ain't nothing special.
If neither one of you have any further questions.
I'm so sorry. I have to ask this last question because it's so important. How do you feel about kids?
I have a son.
Okay.
And do you have kids?
Yes.
How many?
5.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, is that a problem? A deal breaker?
I mean, how many of them? What's the ratio?
Oh, damn. Really, I have to go through all of them? Okay. I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and an 11-month-old.
So fresh.
It's okay. I can take it. I promise. I can take it.
I'm gonna have to.
I can take it. I can take it. I can take it.
Just self-eliminate. Samurai. At least it was samurai style. At least it was samurai style.
Yeah,
cool.
I knew it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so it was just the number of kids or
it's
the
just
age?
The number of kids is a lot to deal with these days. And I don't think that she doesn't have her own and can't get her own and do that. But like I said, it's just a lot go into.
It's not even the fact that she has 5 kids, but I have to question your priorities when you have an 11-month-old and you're on a dating show. And I've had this conversation with women before. If you have a child under 3, your priority should not be dating. Either make it work with the father or just stay single.
What did you do? What did you do? What I did? You broke the ball. What you got?
Well, next time you put gas. Why do you have me doing it? You're the man. You should be doing it.
You're the stubborn one, hard-headed.
What kind of man are you?
I told you I was gonna do it later.
What kind of man are you? You should have been doing that.
And I told you I was gonna do it later.
Now look what happened.
That's your fault. Don't blame me for that.
I blame you.
Bruh, the fact that she stepped on the gas when she looked back, heesh. Thank God she had that thing in park, because things could have got ugly. This woman should never be allowed behind the wheel. Take her license immediately.
Would you sacrifice your family for your happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for your family?
If I'm not happy, no.
What about you?
I would definitely go for my happiness, because what is life about if we're not trying to be happy?
And what about you?
I've actually been there and done that, and I did choose my happiness, and I'm happy I did.
I mean, with all of your answers besides her, this is the reason why women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces, because you prioritize your happiness over your family. Marriage, to be honest, isn't about happiness. Marriage is about purpose and duty. Happiness is fleeting. It's up and down, meaning that you're happy at one moment and then you're not happy another moment. Men, we could be unhappy. We act despite how we feel. There's guys that suffer in sexless relationships, sexless marriages, and still stay with that woman.
You have one life to live. Why would you sit there and be miserable for the rest of your life?
Because men, we don't think the world revolves around us. Like, men really love a girl. You just love that man based off how you feel. I think the only thing you do love is your feelings. Men, we don't prioritize the way we feel. We prioritize what's real, and that's family, that's the woman, that's the children. So we'll sacrifice our happiness for a relationship without a problem.
I think the main difference between men and women is men's ability to take accountability and responsibility. We will stay in a marriage unhappy because we understand that we have a responsibility to our family, and we hold ourselves accountable for that. Women will not take accountability for the marriage failing. They will abandon their responsibilities as soon as they're unhappy, and they will file divorce even if it hurts the kids, because they value their own happiness above their duty to their family. That's why a hero's journey is a man's journey. Being a hero is self-sacrificing. It's about risking your own happiness and joy to see others happy. Women think of love as an emotion, a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. But that's not real love. To me, love is an action. And a man showing up for his family day in and day out, no matter how hard things get, is love in its best form. All right, that's all I got for this video. Please let me know, what points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Please leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And if you got anything out of this video, hit that like button. Disagree to disagree. I'm out.